This is another hot one. Read all about it, hear all about it. Hot one. JoninSho back at you. Your dog is here with another hot one news. The Shang-Chi hype continues. More after this.
UnitedComicsUniverse.
A universe for fans.
From pages to pictures, we are comics.
Hello, United Comics Universe, and this is another hot one. Hot one news, everybody. Hot one news. My boy Shang-Chi. Can't wait to see it. Are you hype about Shang-Chi? I know I am. Do you believe the hype? If not, or if you do, let us know what you think, or what you hope for, or what you don't think is real. Shang-Chi has major ties to the MCU past and future by Brandon Davis on August the 30th. This is coming at you from comicbook.com. Comicbook.com. It's a great website owned by CBS. Comicbook.com. Highly suggested. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is the first Marvel Studios film that is both a part of Phase 4 and set in post-Avengers Endgame era of the MCU. Spider-Man Far From Home is dubbed an epilogue to the Infinity Saga as the final Phase 3 movie, and Phase 4's Black Widow movie is a prequel set to prior to Avengers Infinity War. Despite this, the early fan expectation of Shang-Chi was that it should be a self-contained story in an unexplored pocket of the MCU. While that is largely true to the film in the sense that it tells a story centered around its own characters, excellent characters with or without the MCU backdrop, might I add, Shang-Chi is bringing in character cameos and story connections that make it an integral part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's past and future, with all roads seemingly leading to Doctor Strange. And I'll add the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, I'm loving that Doctor Strange hype, because that No Way Home trailer blew my mind. Do you think that's really Doctor Strange? A lot of people saying they think it's Mephisto, but who knows? I know Wong told him not to cast that spell, and he did it anyway. I guess that's not really beyond Stephen Strange, but I don't know. And why did he have it so snowy in there? You know what I'm saying? Why was it so cold like that? What was up with that? He just like winter like me? I have no idea. Anyway, right out of the gate, Shang-Chi has ties to a pair of Phase 1 movies, Iron Man and Iron Man 3, in a spoiler-free manner of speaking. The film rights the wrongs of Iron Man 3's Mandarin twist, which was viewed by comic fans as a frustrating change to the source material. Overall, it was still a quite well-received twist to have been Kingsley Mandarin villain actually be merely an actor named Trevor Slattery. Yeah, they threw us for a loop on that. It ultimately, once you get over the disappointment and a little bit of anger and, get out of the denial state, if you know what I'm saying, it's not too bad. And then that one shot, All Hail the King, that was great. If you haven't seen that, it's on Disney Plus. I suggest you check that out. All Hail the King. It was a nice cut of everything put together to show you how the story continued after Iron Man 3 regarding to Trevor Slattery, aka Sir Ben Kingsley. But I thought it was very good ultimately. But yeah, I didn't like that. I was very disappointed originally because we wanted to see the Mandarin. And but if this is what we end up with in the end as the Mandarin, I'm satiated. I'm satisfied. We can deal with that. That'll work because Tony Leung is going to kill it. Moving right along, Kingsley's Trevor Slattery unknowingly became the face of a terror organization dubbed as the Ten Rings Group, which goes back to the first Iron Man movie where Tony Stark was captured by a group using the same name. Indeed. The Ten Rings was always this organization that was looming out there, Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige told comicbook.com. With the twist in Iron Man 3, we always said that didn't mean there wasn't a true leader of the Ten Rings. It just meant Trevor Slattery wasn't it. With this new legend of the Ten Rings story, the deeper and more accurate lore of the Ten Ring group comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. More importantly, it was about bringing Shang-Chi to the MCU and bringing this character and bringing this new Marvel hero into the pantheon of heroes, Fiege said. And what sets him apart is that story of family. and is the very complex relationship he has with his father, who was the founder who led the Ten Rings for many years. So it's just fun, as always in the connectivity, to have something as new, and you need a Shang-Chi come out and yet have somewhat of its origins go back to the very beginning. Sounds good. As for Simu Liu, who makes his MCU debut after what feels like a grueling 2-year wait, tell me about it. Since he was introduced to the Marvel world on the stage of San Diego Comic-Con's Hall H in July of 2019, these connectivities to the early days of the MCU were not pieces of information provided immediately. All of that information came later for the actor and Marvel fan. Absolutely not, Liu tells comicbook.com when asked if Marvel filled him in on the Iron Man connections when he signed on. So he had questions. I think I remember asking Kevin Fiege because he brought me into his office and he was like, okay, great. Do you have any questions? And the first thing that I asked was, I was like, how is it going to tie to the MCU? Because that's all I wanted to know. I was like, am I going to be an Avenger? Am I going to see this person? Am I going to fight Thor? Am I going to be best friends with Captain America? Like, tell me. And he was just like, Simu, you just have to trust us. Okay. Feige is a trip. At the time, Liu recalls Feige admitted Marvel Studios still wasn't sure themselves about where Shang-Chi was going to go. He's always like, because we don't even know ourselves now, Liu said. He was just so wonderful. He was like, we're still working through a couple of things right now. We can't tell you anything until it's been solidified. But you're going to love it. That's what he said, and reading it in the script I did, says Simu Liu. The ties to the Marvel's big screen past don't stop at Iron Man movies. One of the more shocking reveals for fans was the inclusion of Abomination. Oh yeah, wasn't that something you saw when Wong opened up that portal? You remember like he did on, what's his name? His name is Cull and the Cull Obsidian. Cull Obsidian, yeah, that was it. Cull Obsidian. And you remember he used that portal, he opened up the portal and chopped his arm off. And he did the same thing on Abomination, but he didn't chop his arm off. He just reversed the punch back at him. He opened up the portal in front of his face while Abomination was punching, and then, you know, the portal opened up over top him and punched him in the face. He is sick with those portals. I'm telling you. Wong is the man with the portals. He ain't playing with them. That was pretty smart. Oh, where were we? Abomination in a trailer for the new movie, a big surprise for a couple of reasons. The first is that the Marvel Cinematic Universe rarely ties itself to the Incredible Hulk, a Phase 1 movie made with Universal Studios that led to a recasting of its Bruce Banner by the time the Avengers came around. The second is that Marvel rarely reveals such surprises ahead of movie releases. Abomination's next announced appearance will be the Disney Plus series She-Hulk, with Tim Roth, excellent actor, returning to the part. Yeah, can't wait for She-Hulk. How about you? Let us know down below. And don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And remember, we are on YouTube and Rumble. So if you're not over at Rumble yet, please go over there to subscribe. We're doing very well on Rumble, and we want to continue to expand. Moving right along, Abomination. A lot of those characters who are just popping into our movie for a little bit are there for a reason, and are there for reasons that are yet to be discovered, either through our movie or other movies that are coming out. Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton said, leading to thoughts about the future for Liu's character and the rich ensemble around him in this new movie. Abomination appears on the screen in the movie with Wong that much fans know, given the first look in the trailer. With Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on the horizon, it seems like all roads lead to Strange's sequel. WandaVision is sending Scarlet Witch there. The Sorcerer Supreme first appears in Spider-Man No Way Home before his big movie. Loki has set the stage for a chaotic multiverse story, and yeah, sure did set the stage. Yeah, all those variants and everything. Yeah, that opens up a lot of things. How did you like that Loki series? I thought it was great. You know, I don't know. WandaVision kind of set I don't know. It's set like what do you call it? It's set a precipice. I don't know. WandaVision was so amazing and so new and so awesome to me that everything after so far has not really wowed me as much. You know, they're all good. Loki was great. Falcon and Winter Soldier was great. I'm not really liking What If so far. The What If series, I'm not really feeling that too much. But what do you think? Loki has set the stage for a chaotic multiverse story, true, and Shang-Chi, at a minimum, borrows a character from the upcoming film. But yeah, it really looks like Shang-Chi is going to be the next best thing to WandaVision. I did enjoy the Black Widow movie, however, it was really good. Well, we don't want to spoil anything, Fiege said, but I think the end of this film gives a pretty clear direction on at least how vital and how important and how directly Shang-Chi is stepping into this world. We are reminded of Nick Fury in the tag on Iron Man 1, telling Tony Stark, "You're a part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet." And without giving away, a very similar thing happens to Shang at the end of this movie. Sounds good, sounds good. I can't wait to see this movie. This has been another Hot One News, baby. Hot One News on comicbook.com article, Shang-Chi, another Hot One News. Shang-Chi is hot, is killing it, and I'm loving it. Can't wait to see the film. I'm hoping we get him on an Avengers team. I like to see him on a supernatural Avengers team, you know, with Doctor Strange and, you know, other masters of the supernatural, so they can save our reality, as Doctor Strange put it. And thanks for coming out, United Comics Universe family members. We appreciate you all. And remember, we are comics, and I'll catch you again.
Turn it up, Jado.
Copyright disclaimer. Citation of articles and authors in this report does not imply ownership. Works and images presented here fall under Fair Use Section 107 and are used for commentary on globally significant newsworthy events. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Community Guidelines Disclaimer. The points of view and purpose of this video is not to bully or harass anyone, but rather share that opinion and thoughts with other like-minded individuals curious about the subject.